So basically, once we will go to the, I mean, this one. So once we write like Oracle Apex login, this is basically the Apex login screen for me. So this is basically apex.oracle.com is, we can say, F2DN or the domain provided by the Oracle. It is not hosted on my server, so that's why I am using the Oracle server, which is the free workspace. And I have created my own workspace, so I am just signing into that workspace. We will create one application from scratch, and then we will do practice over there. So once I entered the login details, so let me tell you. So workspace is something that is that we will create, or that will help us to identify what is the workspace. Like that's the basic standard. And
Okay.
and username is just my email address, or we can choose anything, but usually we will choose user address. It could be our database name or whatever, but it's all depend on me. And this is basically a password. Okay, so this is basically a developer's login. So to log in into the Apex as a developer, we need three things. One is the workspace, second one is username, third one is the password. I have already created the username and password. So this is the workspace name for me. For you, it could be different. Like it depends on the whatever the workspace that you have set. Okay.
Okay.
Once we click on the sign in, so this is something went wrong. So this is how the first look and feel once we log in. So basically these are the Apex login as a developer. So basically this is the summary, which shows like we have 41 applications as of now, 242 tables, and only one developer's login, which is mine. And once we scroll down, it will tell you like I am currently on the Apex version 24.2.0.
Yeah.
This is the version of the Apex. So once app builder is something where all the applications are stored, and this is basically the once we click on this part, it will show us like this is the workspace, and this is the role that I have, which is the admin role. So basically, like our once our database, like local database, will be connected, it will show you like
Stop
database
wasting
name
time
somewhere
applying
here.
for jobs on
Okay, so
LinkedIn or
once we will
Naukri or other
configure, we will
online jobs.
see that part as well. Okay. Okay, so this is the app builder. So once we click on the app builder, so it will I mean, these all are the applications that anyhow I have created. Some are the I mean, these all are the applications that I have created for now. So this is a create button. If we want to create a new application, we can click over here. So application is what? Application is something, for example, I mean, we can log into any website, right? So basically that is application. If we can open any application like on Google, so that is just a application, right? For example, if we log into the Oracle, any cloud application, if I open this one, this is what basically we called it as a website, right? But
Yeah.
this is basically built in single app, right? We can say like there could be a linking which will go to the other apps. For example, learn more about Python. Once we click on this, maybe we will go to the other app, but now basically this is the one single app, right? So that's the application. So this is what we are going to create now. This is very simple to create. Just click on the create button, and then we have to name the application like X training 2025. We can choose any name like as per our requirement. So this is a ID is nothing, just a default identifier provided by the Oracle. Once we click on the application, so it will take some seconds and then the application will be created. So the application is now created. So once we create a new application in the Oracle Apex, three pages are automatically created. One is the home page, this is the global page, 0 is the global page, one is the home page, and 9999 is the login page. Okay, and this is what we have created. This is the name of the application. Okay, so once we
What?
click on the run application,
Uh, so, so what are the three pages they get created by default when the new application is created? Global page, home
right,
page, and login page.
yes, global home and login page. So login page means once we run this application, we will firstly go to the login page. It will authorize us, either we are authorized user to access this application or not.
Yeah,
Okay, and global page is something which handles all the application components. Like for example,
look and feel,
world
header.
is global, right? India is country. So just like that, global, in this application, global page is something which will handle all the attributes of the application globally. Okay,
Like the
for
header,
example,
footer, like the header and footer, and the look and feel.
yeah, yeah, if we need something on all the pages, we will
Ah,
see later on
okay.
with the examples. Okay, so this is the login page, which is this is the session bar, you can say. This is the app 248952. This is the name of the app that we have created, which is this one. Okay,
Okay.
and this is basically a session bar, and it is only visible to the developers. And this
Okay.
is the page 9999. 9999 is what?
Login.
Nothing, just a login page.
Hmm.
And session is something we will discuss later on.
Hmm.
This is debug, this is quick edit. If we want to edit any of the component, just we will click quick edit, and then which component we want to quick edit, we will go there directly. We will discuss this later on. This is
Hmm.
just a customization. We will discuss this later on.
Okay.
So once we will enter the sign in, click on the sign in button, it will we will go to the application. Basically, it has the home page. By default, whatever the application we will create, it this is the basically a landing page. Once
Hmm.
we will log into the any of the application, so any every application has a landing page, we can say. So
Yeah.
this is the landing page, right? So these all are the three pages we have. Now you were asking what is global page. So the global page, once we go to the global page, so the global page is something, if I want s- some features, for example, if I later on maybe we will create some pages. So if I want, if I write something over here, so on every page it is visible,
Hmm.
because that's the global. For example, this is my application, and I want to show one notification due to maintenance activity on top of bar. The application will be down on this date from this to this time. Okay, so we will just put that message in the global page header, so
Hmm.
that once user login and navigate to any of the page, it will be visible to each and every page. Okay,
Hmm.
but we will see some great examples later on. Okay,
Okay.
so now come back. This is just a breadcrumb. We are on page 0. So it is showing like this one. So now go back to the application. So this is our application. So now uh, to make, for example, I want to create one page. Okay, so how to add a page? So basically whatever we will do on pages,
Hmm.
right? So in older, I mean, if not we are talking about Apex, in normal what will happen, like if I want to do something, we need to create a div, right? We need to create in HTML. This is basically a front end app, right? So if we want to do any, I mean, if we want to create any list, or if we want to write a paragraph, how we will do? We will basically create a div, right? And then in that div we will write the static paragraph, right? Something like that. But in Apex we have pages. So whatever we want to do, we will do on pages. So once the page is created, so automatically all the header, footer, uh, header part, footer part, or we can say before header, after header, page processing, page rendering, all the document objects, modeling objects gets created. For example, let's create a page, blank page for now. We can choose
Okay.
how to create a page. This is in the application. We have this button, create page. We can click on this page,
Mhm.
blank page, and then next, and then we can name it as any name like the page number. We can change it to any number if we want, but
Mhm.
this is the basically the sequence like automatically provided for now. Okay, do we want normal page or model dialog or drawer? Model dialog is something like something which will pops up. Okay, and dryer is a new type, maybe it is newly introduced, it was not there in the 23 till 23 version. So for example, if for now we can create a normal page, and once we click on the normal page, when once we click on the page will be created. So breadcrumb, what is breadcrumb? Breadcrumb is nothing, just a entry. So I will tell you the its example. I mean, once we will create some pages, we will and use navigation. Navigation is some nothing, just this navigation.
Okay.
Okay. So,
Menu.
do we need any parent entry? For example, I want it will create under home section. Under home, we will choose a home page. So,
Mhm.
if we choose this one, it will create a entry and it will create under uh, home. For example, once we click on the once we create a page, it will take some seconds to create. So, page 3 is created.
Okay.
Now, if we this one. Just below to the home, test page 3 is created. Okay. So this is a breadcrumb. We have seen the breadcrumb was yes. Breadcrumb means navigation, like from home to test page. Means we are coming from home to test page. So this is a navigation like
Yeah.
home and then test page. This is a breadcrumb. These are basically HTML things. If you want like oral definitions, what are breadcrumbs? Like you can easily Google, you will get
Yeah.
exact definitions of that. But in HTML, these are the breadcrumbs. Like
Mhm.
once we navigate from page A to page B, it will create kind of a navigation in the header part. So that's called breadcrumbs. So okay, and okay. So this new page is created. Now we can do whatever we want to do on this page. This page is created and it is blank for now. We have created the page number 3, right? And
Mhm.
in test page we can just session, this is page number 3. Okay. So now next thing is, most of the companies what they want, some companies are using Apex for their reporting tool. For example, they have application built in Fusion, or they have some Python based application where APIs hits the data, and flow of data is very huge, but they need some reporting tool, right? So for the reporting tool, I mean, many of the companies using the Apex, right? So reporting tools, like you can see any kind of tool like uh, any company has inventory and they want to manage their inventory, like we have medicine store, but in medicine store we have different kind of medicines. Which medicine is, I mean, we have on which block, so everything is stored over here. Like we can store anything, like that's the reporting, right? We can say like uh, the like we have some employees data, right? Our company's data we can see, we want to see where, how we can see, that's something we can call it as a report. So let's create one report for now for better understanding. So how to create a report? Just okay, so for now, like, do you have any questions? Like, if you have any question, just ask me to stop. I can stop and like
We,
we can discuss.
we created login page. What if we don't
Mhm.
want a login page?
Professional.
No login page.
See, we need a login page because because application that we created, that's not public application, that's the private application, right? Private application needs the login page.
What if we don't
But
want a
if
login page and we want not a private application but a public application?
yeah, public application is something like that is publicly accessible, like anyone can use it without entering login ID and password,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
And private application is something which needs the authentication, right? So basically this is the basic of any of the application. Like either we can sign in or we can go, basically whatever we can create it over here, right? So that's the our, I have, this is my private workspace, and maybe I have some private data, I have some private uh, like images or private my company's data, so I don't want to make it public. But if we create, or you, if you can create public application, like, or with application with no authentication scheme, that is not if we go to the shared components and then go to the authentications, not authentication, authorization, authentication, sorry, this is authentication. So currently I'm using Apex authentication, right? So if I change its, this is no authentication, right?
How did you navigate to this place, Sahil? Can you go back and show that again?
Yeah. So go to the application. Go back to the application. This one. Go to the shared component.
Okay.
Go to the authentication. So this is the authentication which is managed by the these are the schemes, authentication schemes that we are using, right?
Yeah.
But if we choose it no authentication, it means it will not ask login ID and password. I close this app. I choose it no authentication. I run this. No login page. Okay.
Okay.
Now we can say I don't need login page. This is public now. Even if I send this URL to you, it will allow you to enter the application without, because this application is a public application, we can say. It does not have any security layer. So for now, let me change it to the Oracle Apex accounts. This is the authentication.
Okay.
So now let's go back to the application. So we were talking about the test page. So let's create one region. A region is what? A region is nothing, just a div, we can say, right? Once we create new, like this is page, and basically we can create a region within the body.
From
so what
today,
is body?
you
Like
don't need
if
to
you
remember
have an
any
idea about
Microsoft
HTML,
Excel formula.
you should know
because
what
with the
this
power of
body is,
free AI
what is
tools,
breadcrumb,
you can
right?
use
So,
174 Excel formulas
just right click
without
on this one, create a
memorizing
region.
any of them.
So this is
Analyze
basically
your
static region
entire
if you
data in under
So
a
region name
minute
is,
and
like, for
solve
now I can
complex
say
calculations with minimum effort.
this is new
Not
region.
just that, you will be able to make
If
all
I
your
right
Excel
click on this
reports
region
within 60
and
seconds
inspect this
and
one,
save up to 4 hours
what is
of your
this?
time
This is
every day.
nothing, just a
If you also want to learn these
div,
AI-powered Excel skills,
Nothing,
then
just
I
a div.
invite you
So
to my 3-hour
in Apex,
AI in
we just
Microsoft
create a
Excel
region.
workshop.
just
Hi,
creating a
I'm
region,
Jatan
it
Shah,
will automatically
a
create a
Microsoft
div.
certified trainer and Excel
So
expert.
we no need
In
to
the
do
past
any
few
HTML
years, I
coding
have
for
trained
that. So
over
that's the one of
41,000
the
job
region. Like
professionals and
we
helped
can
them
use the
master
Apex and we
advanced
can
Excel
integrate with
to
our
achieve career growth. In my
Oracle
live
like
workshop, you will
database.
learn how to integrate AI
This is region is
and
created, and
ChatGPT
these are,
inside
if
of
this
Microsoft
is the
Excel.
region,
How to
and in
use
this region these are
174
in on
Excel
right side
formulas
you can see
without
these are the
memorizing
properties of
any
the
of
region.
them, and how to create Excel reports in
Okay,
just a few
so I will
seconds,
suggest you
which
to
will make you
once you will create a region, just go to the each property one by one. This is nothing, just a name. What could be the name of the region? Currently its name is new. We can change test. If I save this, run this, it will change its name test. Okay, so you can just its sequence if there are more regions, and if we want to make parent one region to other, then we can do. Currently it is saying only breadcrumb region we have. If I create one more region, if I again right click, go to the body, right click, create one region which is new. Now you can see parent. If I want to make hierarchical combinations, or we can say if we want to make a parent one region to other, then this is how we can do. I choose test as its parents. Now you can see its hierarchy is created like test, and under test we have new. Okay, if I run this, you can see test and then new. Okay, these are nothing, just a nested region or sub regions. Region within a region is called sub region in Apex. Now I delete one region and save this, and I run this one. Okay, so this is test region. So this is, now you can see type. This is the most important thing. Static content is we can use if we need to write any HTML code within that. Like we can write any HTML code over here, anything that you want to write, or even we can write static messages. This is my first dot. Okay, we'll type. This is my first region.
And JavaScript we'll cover later, how we embed the JavaScript in every region and the page.
We will go. I mean, I will let you know each and every attribute.
Okay.
But that could be the little bit advanced one, right? So
Yeah.
we can embed that later on. Like
Yeah.
there are different ways we can embed JavaScript, CSS. We will see some examples for that as well. Okay, but
Okay.
now we are going with very basic,
Hmm.
because if I explain you how to embed JavaScript, how to do the customizations, Ajax things, then you will be confused, because
Yeah.
that's, yeah, right.
And
So that's why.
is there a way to merge applications? So, like, there is one application that is using one type of login. Now we want to, and the other application is using other type of login. Now we want to, also, for example, they're both using database logins, and now you want to merge the application. Is there a way to do that?
No, why you want to merge the application? Like you can create two application in same workspace, right? This is
Okay.
workspace. You can create two applications in the same workspace, and this, it could be hits the same database, right? So either you can create pages on the same application, and you can create two different applications. Both will hit to the same workspace or same database.
Okay. I'm saying, um, so if the page is created on two different applications within the same workspaces, can we merge them?
I mean, why you want to merge them? Like we can go to one application to another application. Like,
Oh, from here itself, we don't need to merge them.
yeah, no need to merge.
Oh, got it.
Even if you want to go to any external application, you can go. We can create a page, click on that page, passing the link, it will go to other application. Why merging? Merging is not required. Like,
Okay, got it. And how do we, once we make the page, in development environment, then we go to how we only take that specific page or specific change from the change management process from one environment to the next, from development to test to staging and staging to production. I mean, whichever, I'm just trying to find out how we move each
Okay.
component.
See,
Yeah.
I will tell you. Basically, we can do full app deployment, right? So
Hmm.
if you want to, like, uh, only move one page or something like that, right?
Hmm.
So as per my understanding, like you can, there are different ways. Like do you know like Jira branching? We can create branching in Jira,
Yeah, yeah.
and then there are some set of rules we will do commit. So these
Yeah.
are the tools available. With the help of that, like we can do. But in Apex, there is no as such way like we can migrate just as a single change. Like, but there are still a build option. Like if there is some component which is under development, and if we don't want to migrate that one, we can create build option for that. With the help of that, we can just include or exclude.
Oh, okay. I mean, there's team development there. That's why I was asking. Is that
Mm.
team development tab at the top? The just
We have authentication schemes. See, we have authentication schemes. For example, if Aman is working on this region,
hmm,
Prachi is working on this region, and
hmm,
I don't want to migrate this region, but I want to migrate, or for example, we don't want to migrate these two regions anyhow, right?
hmm, hmm.
We can like at the time of migration, we can set it as a never. Never means it will not consider,
Got it. Hmm,
or we can create build
hmm.
option means commented out. We can comment it out. There is a process for that. Once
Okay.
we will do a session on import export, we will cover this part as well.
Okay. Okay. I didn't want to get ahead of myself, but I was just curious. That's why I asked.
Yeah, I mean there are different like ways for the same things, but
Yeah.
I will tell you few things that could be helpful for you.
Hmm,
Like there are different ways like for doing the same thing. For example, we can do uh, server side condition and add something with your name so that it will only visible to you
hmm.
even after migration or something like that. There are different ways. We will see once we will do the
Okay.
class on import export utility. Okay.
Okay.
So now this is the region. So we want to create a report. So once we click on this type, we can see there are different types available. But most of the things, either we can create a interactive report, interactive grid, or classic report. These three are the most commonly used feature in 90% of the companies, like 80 or 90% of the
Interactive,
companies.
interactive report, interactive grid, and classic report.
Classic report, yeah.
Hmm.
So apart from that, we can create lists. We can create
List is like drop down.
yeah, dynamic content we can create.
Hmm.
So these four fives are the things that even forms are like legacy for now. I
Oh,
mean, nobody likes the forms because we need to do one by one entry, and over the form they will choose the tabular form entry in the form as in the form of interactive grid, like where we can uh, edit multiple rows at a time.
okay.
Okay.
I mean, we have Oracle Forms. Many applications we have in Oracle Forms. So we should actually, when we are converting to Apex, we should use interactive grid, not form.
Yeah, we can use inductive grid, yeah, because it saves clicks of the user. Like
Hmm.
once I will explain you what is the interactive grid,
Hmm.
you will go to know
Okay.
how they are better with the forms.
Okay.
Because in the forms we will create a report, then we will create a form, then we will map that form with the report, right? Then we will create on the edit buttons, and then one by one we can edit the record and then do some changes and then come back to same page. But interactive grid is totally different. Like whatever you can see on the screen, we can just edit and then hit save without page load. That's it.
Okay.
Okay, so let's create an interactive report for now. So once we choose its type as interactive report, it will ask me, currently it will ask you the location, like it's the local database or is there a JSON source or whatever. Usually we will create either SQL query, right?
Yeah.
90% or every company has its own, everybody has its customized query. So we will create most of the time on the SQL query. I mean, we can write, for example, select star from EMP. Once we will write this one, this is basically a sign which is used to validate.
Okay.
Once I click the validate successful. Okay. And just hit the save button. Save means I have saved my changes. I am just saving my changes. Saving. Changes are saved. You will see this green tick. If there is an error, you will see red with error or something. But this green button, click this one, you can see. Now you can see employee report, right? So most of the companies use the interactive report because it has lots of the features. We have action menu. Like for example, if I want to search Smith, right? Or whatever in this application, just click here, write Smith, go. Global search, it will do, it will give you the
all the features inbuilt already.
This is totally inbuilt feature. But if there is something like you want some search on employee name, just click here, choose employee name and search e-name, Smith. Okay, result is same. Different ways. If I want to filter based on the employee number, even we can click here. You can see all are there. As soon as we start typing, like I want to search 790079, it will see all. This is just a wildcard search, you can say. Like,
yeah, it's heavily use of Ajax.
these are the inbuilt features. Like,
yeah,
for every row we can do. We have more interesting features like action menu. We have columns. First one is the column. Column means if we click on the columns, you can see display and report, do not display. See,
okay,
display and report is something whatever we want to display, and do not display we want to hide some column. For example, employee number is something, or internal flag, internet flag, for example. Usually if we want to hide it, we can just click this one, move this arrow, remove, do not display, hit apply. You can see this will go away. Okay,
yeah,
with this way we can show and hide the columns as much as we can. Okay, and if we want to display again, just select, double click, or just move this, like apply, it will come back. Okay, even if we want to move job on first, employee name could be at this first one, employee number could be on second one. Again, action, column, employee number, choose one arrow up, this is down. Now you can see if I apply this, employee number is now at first, employee number is second. Okay, this is how we can play. Like, similarly we have different options like filter. We can say we can filter based on columns or rows, like whatever we want to search. like employee name is equal to or like is null or not null, like
Yeah,
7 9.
this is all under action. All these options are under action.
Yeah, all these options are under action, like
Okay.
filter, employee name, like is null, not like, contains, for example, contains du. Okay, du, it will come. We have different options available. You can explore like data. We have sort. For example, if you want to sort
Hmm.
sorting based on the employee number or something like that, click on data. For example, if you are interviewing somewhere or something like, they will ask you how to do sorting in the interactive report, right?
Hmm.
So you can say there is an action menu, like we can click on the data and then like we can do sorting. We can choose the column and then choose its direction, ascending or descending, and then apply. That's it.
And this would be available to the user in the front end, or can we also pre-bake it in the interactive report and only show the report without the action option to the user? Only
We
search bar.
can hide action menu for end user,
Hmm.
but usually we don't hide, because if they need to do anything like, or if they don't to do anything like, if they
Hmm.
want to download the report, whatever you can see.
Or say limit the options available so that they don't get confused.
Yeah, yes. For
Hmm.
example, if we just go to the region, this again, go to the attribute, and if we down this one, right, if you want to hide whatever you want to hide, you can just choose it from here. For
Hmm.
example,
Okay, action menu.
select columns you want to hide, save,
Hmm.
save,
Hmm.
and then select columns is now no longer. We have all the options, like
Hmm.
you can show or hide from here whatever you are seeing.
Hmm.
Okay, so just like that, we have other options like formats, control breaks. We can add a row as per page. How many row we want to display? Currently it is 50, but we can change its way, like format and row as per page is 5 only. So
Hmm.
now we have only 5 reports, and then next or something like that. So there are download button. Just click here, click whatever format you want to download. Just click
Hmm.
on the download. We have currently default options: CSV, HTML, XN, and PDF. This is also, uh, if you can go to the body or the report section, click on the attribute. We can also show and hide. Currently, all are enabled. If we want to provide only Excel option, customer only need Excel. Click on the Excel only. Hide
Hmm.
other ones. Save. Run this. Right. We have other options as well. That's it. You can explore other options.
Hmm. And yeah, can we upload say a text file, comma delimited file? I mean, have the user upload a comma delimited file? Not in this report. I mean, in general.
Yeah, we can create uploaders in Apex. Like
Upload. Okay, okay. And
uploaders,
can
there
we
is a feasibility. You can
can
see.
yeah, can we define whether that file is going to be saved in a as a blob in a column, or will that be saved on a operating system in a specific folder? For example, we create a directory, Oracle directory, and then any file going in through the Apex will be saved in that directory on the operating system. Can we do all that?
Yeah, we can do all that. But
Okay.
think there is a condition. For example, we can use Apex as a uploader. Once we click on the upload, it will go to the directly, that is fine. But for that, we need to do PLSQL coding. For example, we can read, we need to provide the
Yeah, yeah,
path of that directly, read write permissions, and
yeah.
line by line breaking in the PLSQL, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So that could be a, I mean, bit long process, but yeah, I we can do. I mean, we can do that. It's all
Hmm.
depends on the requirement,
Right, right.
right?
And
So
so
we
one
can do.
region is at the top region we are upload. A user is going to upload the file,
Yeah,
and then based on the file we upload it into a table, and then based off the once the user uploads the file in the lower region, we show the a result whether the
yeah, we can
records were
show, or
loaded.
even, yeah, even if the data is very huge, we can create a PLSQL job in the backend. It will say
Yeah,
like
okay.
your process is your your job is running, or your file is getting uploaded. You will get notified on this page once it is uploaded, right? Or
Yeah.
once the process is getting executed, you can create a report over here for
Hmm.
every batch ID. You can provide them your batch ID, this one. Once you will go, user will go to the uploaded page, they will see all the details, like this batch is still running or whatever its status is, this failed or what.
Hmm.
If you handle proper exceptions, you will see proper errors like failed due to the file was unable to open, or something like that, right?
Hmm.
I mean, that
Okay.
is possible.
Okay.
But in Apex, if that is not stored into the directory, once we click on the create page button, you can see there are different options, like you can create calendar, cards, charts, classic report, dashboard, I mean,
We
comments, I
can,
mean, data
we can,
loading.
yeah, okay. We can load, create these type of pages. Plus, if we want to have two of these type of functionality provided on the same page, say in one region within the page, we want to show calendar. Second region, we want to upload the file, and the third region, we want to show
Yeah,
interactive
yeah.
report.
Yes,
We can do it
yes, yes,
within the same
yes,
page.
yes.
Okay. And sorry, I'm just asking random questions in between, just trying to understand based on my requirement. One of my requirement. I mean, we have different requirements.
See, basically everything is, I mean, most of the things
Customizable.
that you are saying, na, I
Mm,
have worked on that on, real time. That's why I
mm.
am very much, confident that
Yeah.
is possible. Like there is a condition which is known as to be region display selector. We can create that region display selector, and then we can create different reports, different uploaders, whatever we want to do on a same page, right?
Okay.
For example, just if I right click, create two region, now create one more region, duplicate. Okay, now these are three regions. This is interactive report. I am going to create classic report. We
Mm,
can create any much regions. I mean, we can create multiple regions on page with different
mm.
types. This is the classic report. Second one, and third one is nothing, just a
Say data upload.
list,
So
page.
this list, calendar, cards, this list is the same as the list that was shown there earlier when you clicked on the create page, right?
Sorry, I did not get you.
So when you see you have picked up list from the type, right?
Mm-hmm.
This this type, the drop the when you click on the type list, here this one,
Uh-huh.
this list or whatever is available for this region, these options are the same as the option that were available when you click on the create page. Is that right?
Yes, yes. I mean, uh,
If-
no.
no?
That's
Oh,
not
okay.
same. See,
Hmm.
so list is something. Currently, we have navigation menu and navigation bar.
No,
Navigation
not
bar
this.
is.
No, no.
I
This
got
is,
your point. You mean to say
yeah,
this list, right?
yeah.
So no, that are not same. I that are not same, because currently we choose. I want to create a list as a type, but which list?
Okay.
right?
So just click
This
on,
is which list?
just click on the drop down, type drop down. So all these options are available, right?
Right.
Card, calendar, classic report,
Mhm.
form, text, right?
Yes, yes.
Search. Now, if you go back to create page screen, see, not this page, create page. Oh, you have to do it right. Okay. See, are these options the same? Card, calendar.
Yeah, see, so that is what I do is I create one blank page,
Hmm.
right? And
Ah,
then I am adding these one by one, right?
as a different region.
As a different region.
Okay.
For
Okay.
example, if you only, I mean, if you want to create a page
Hmm.
with data loading or
Ah,
with calendar, then you can choose like, or if you want to create a classic report,
hmm.
page with classic report, then it will save your one step,
Yeah.
right?
Hmm.
For example, you want to create a classic report, then why you want to create a blank page and then classic report? Directly you can click on a classic report,
Hmm.
right?
But say if I want
It
to
will
create,
ask.
if I want to create a data upload and then classic
Mhm.
report both on the same page,
Yeah, that is possible.
or interactive report both on the same page.
Yeah, yeah.
In that case, I will create a blank page and then I'll create two different
Yeah, and
regions.
then
Mhm.
add different regions. I will tell you.
Okay, okay.
You can create this interactive report. You can create this classic report, right?
Mhm.
These are on the same page,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
But now you can see UI does not looks
Yeah,
good, or page will expand or something like that.
yeah, yeah.
And now you are adding one type as a file uploader,
Mhm.
something. Just click here, right click, and create page item.
Mhm.
This is as a file upload type. Okay. This is okay. There is a thing which is known as to be region display. Right click on the body,
Mhm.
create a region, choose region display selector.
Mhm.
So this is the region display selector. Now you can move, choose. This is the region display. So let's change the name. So for my,
Mhm.
let's create a region display selector
Mhm.
and move this region
Raj,
display selector on.
Raj, you're with me there?
Region display selector is on.
Yeah.
Okay. How did you get the region display selector? I was distracted for a second.
Just a minute. Okay, so let me move this to the
Sorry about that.
sequence one. Tell me.
How did you get the regional display selector? I was distracted for a second and I missed that step.
I will tell you again.
Yeah,
So
sorry.
now this is what display selector show all means. It will show everything as it is uploader and classic interactive report.
Mhm.
New is sorry, classic report, right?
Oh, okay.
Similarly, you can add multiple. Okay. Now
Hmm.
go back. So just like as a type interactive report, just like as a type classic report,
Hmm.
I can create as a type region display selector.
Got it.
Step one.
Okay.
Step two, I move, I go to this region,
Hmm.
scroll down, region display selector property was there. I just own this one so
Ah,
that it will automatically mapped.
yeah, okay.
And then this region automatically mapped.
So regional
That's it.
display selector is like a tab. We are creating multiple
Yeah,
tabs on the same page. Okay.
Right. Show all, test and new. So test and new is just the names that we have. If we change their name to new one, it will be dash, it will be treated accordingly. Okay.
I think your voice
Now
is
you
fading.
can see.
Yeah.
Now you can see
Yeah.
multiple objective reports. Similarly, you can create list as a new tab. With this way, you can create. Okay.
Yeah.
Any like other questions for now?
No, sorry, we are today jumping all over the place. We can probably have a more planned session next time, or from here on. I don't mean to keep on asking random questions, and you want to plan it and conduct this in a specific manner, and that's fine. And do
No,
you have
that is. Mhm.
do you have presentation, by the way, or what you want to do each day, or how you want to conduct the training?
No, as such like presentation, because see, basically we will work on pages and there are different components. So I mean that could be confusing, I guess. Like
Okay, okay.
yeah, but if like presentation wise, I mean there is already a document available in the Oracle side that will explain. There is a booklet, but
Okay.
that's difficult to understand or all such things. But I think that's the good way. Like you can ask the questions and then we can work accordingly. And also, I can cover from my side as well. Like
Yeah, I think the purpose of this exercise is so that we won't have to read the booklet and then.
right,
That's
right, right, right.
Yeah. Okay.
So so now let's create another page because create another page. And now I want to create a again uh, classic report, for example.
Hmm.
Okay, so page number 6 is created. And, this is classic report.
And when we are doing it, this on a local database, not on apex.oracle.com in cloud, but so we'll have to create a local Apex schema, and that will have its own set of tables, and all this data, meaning the report and what type of report and so on that we want, will get saved into those tables in that schema, in the Apex schema.
Exactly.
Hmm.
I mean, exactly on your schema, like whatever your schema or
Yeah.
database have. So all will, whatever the database that you will map, na, it will
Yeah.
directly pull out the data from there. Like that's
And if we want to have an Apex schema on one database and then we want to pull data from another database or multiple databases.
yeah, like you can create multiple workspace for that.
Okay, okay. But say in one workspace, we want to access data on multiple different databases. Can we do that?
See, I mean, that is something which is more about the DBA level. So I need to check that currently. I don't have.
Okay. And does it allow to pull the data from multiple sources also? Like, say, when we are creating a workspace for a specific database, right? Or a specific connection, can we pull data from SQL Server or Postgres?
No, I don't think so. We can, but yeah, with the help of staging tables or like with the
Yeah.
help of APIs, we
Hmm.
can do.
Okay.
Only that is the way.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Because this is the Oracle SQL Server is something which is handled by the Microsoft, right?
Yeah.
So that is the Oracle uh, server. So we cannot, I think, directly pull out the data from the SQL Server because it's this is basically Apex is free with the Oracle database only, not with the SQL Server.
Hmm. Okay. And with the yeah, on the licensing side, if we do it on Express database, do we need additional license for Apex?
Apex is, I as far as my memory is concerned, Apex is free. Like
Okay.
it does not I mean, it does not charge any cost. Like that's the free. Like
Okay.
it is free and is easily available. Like anybody can download it.
Okay.
But yeah, if you need a printing tool like for the PDF printing, I mean additional tool like AOP or Jasper reports, that could be having some charges. But Apex is free.
Okay. Okay.
But you have to pay only. You have to pay for the uh, database, like whatever
Yeah.
as per the space that you are consuming.
But if we do
But
it on Express database, then there is no such limitation that we won't be able to do any. We won't be able to access or utilize the functionality of Apex.
sorry, I did not get you.
So if we are doing it on Express database or Oracle Express database, which is free, and Apex, which is also free, is there any portion of the functionality that will not be accessible to us?
I don't think so. Like
Okay, and okay, and then
for example, XE is free, right?
yeah,
XE is free,
yeah.
and Apex is free. I can I mean, I can use it in my local system, right?
Hmm.
So
Can we
likewise, maybe we can do it for enterprise.
can we download the previous version of Apex, like version 21 for the desktop edition?
Yeah, yeah, we can download. We can just Google and then download.
Oh, got it. Okay. I mean, right? Is
We can
24?
download.
24 is the latest version, right?
Yeah, that's the latest version, but we can download any version. Like
Yeah, I mean, in our place we have 21, so I was trying to make sure that we replicate the same version. So, you know,
so basically, see, version is see in the 24, all the versions working wise it is same. Only after the five, I mean 18, 19, 20, all the versions are same. Only there is a addition of new plugins like new types you can see.
oh,
So
okay, okay.
these some newly types like URL or tree. I mean,
They have
just
been
a minute.
added.
These are theme components. I have not used these avatar and badge commands content row because these are newly introduced in the 24. Only
Hmm.
that could be the addition. Like
How long have you been working with Apex?
I'm working since last 8 years. Like
Hmm. I mean, so this type of application, there was earlier Joomla and Drupal and all. Why did Oracle take such a long time to come up with something like Apex? They could have done it so many years back. I think they were trying to sell Oracle Forms and reports licensing, and they totally missed the opportunity of doing something like this. And there are so many websites and so many applications that use Drupal and Joomla and other open source tools. That's a missed opportunity for Oracle. But that's sorry, I didn't mean to digress, but that's neither here nor there now. Um, yeah. So, what are the steps that would usually be involved? So, basically, first we create the page, then we create the regions, and then we allocate the regions based on the type of application. And then, um, when we're creating form, um, I mean, interactive report is fine, but when we are creating form for users to enter the data, um, is there I think you had mentioned, I forgot the term, shared properties in the beginning, shared components.
shared components, right?
Yeah. What are the other things that are there Yeah, what we are supporting objects, shared component utilities, and what are the different? If you can describe high level what these each of these are.
Yeah, I mean, see, we are now targeting to pages, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, we are now targeting to pages like classic report, interactive report.
Hmm.
Then slowly we will navigate to the navigation menu, navigation
Oh, okay.
bar,
Yeah, yeah. Okay, okay.
and then we will go to the sporting objects and then shared components. Because see, shared components we it contains loads of the things, right?
Yeah.
Similarly, we have the sporting objects, utilities, import, export. So there is a separate session for the import,
Okay.
right?
And and the
I will cover these small things. SQL workshop, right? So team development. So there is a separate session for that. Like how to create new users in the Apex. There is a session.
okay.
How to enter the activities, right? How to change the passwords. So I mean, there is a separate session for that. Like
Okay, okay. And yeah, I think we is that SQL workshop the same as learning regular SQL, or is that SQL specific to this?
basically, whatever we will do in this SQL workshop means like it has different things. For example, object browser, where we can see what all are the objects we have, just like we can see in the SQL developer or told, right?
Yeah.
All are the I mean objects, tables, views, all the things.
Okay.
SQL works. SQL commands means something that we can run our queries. We can write SQL. We can do DML update. We can create functions.
Oh, okay, okay. Say, for
Just
example, we
like
have
that.
to load the data into our schema. So we will
Yeah,
basically,
yeah.
yeah, okay, okay, got it. Okay, okay.
Basically, if I want to do select star from employee and then run this one, we will see the data over here.
Hmm.
Okay. And similarly, like if there is any script I want to create or upload, we can just upload our scripts, right?
Okay.
We can use it for different purpose. For example, if there is some script I want to migrate from the dev to stage, right? Just we can create the script from here or something like that.
Okay.
So we have utilities and many more. Okay, Bex. Okay, so this is the classic report. We can see uh, also like in all kind of reports that we have seen, either it could be classic, interactive, or whatever report. We have templates. Like scroll down, you can see here standard is the basic template that we have, right?
Oh,
We
okay.
can choose any other templates like blank with attributes. Every template has its own properties, so you have to go and apply one by one and see what are the differences.
Hmm.
Okay, so we have different templates like blank with attributes. Once we will choose this, you can see what's the difference, or maybe no difference. There is slight difference, like right,
Yeah.
all the rows are showing as white, something like that. We
Hmm.
want to customize a template, like we can create our own templates as well.
Yeah.
Go to the
See, your voice keeps going and coming. I think when you're speaking, sometimes your voice totally is very, very low and then it comes back.
is this like okay now? I mean,
Yeah, now it's okay, but in between it goes completely and then it comes back. Now I can't hear you. It's like a wave,
okay.
your voice is like wave. Minute. Yeah.
Just a minute. Okay, so is this like okay now?
Yeah, this is good. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, so now we were talking about the templates. We have different kind of templates for the reports, like classic report or interactive report. Just scroll down and see. These all are the templates which are available. If we want to add a new template, we can just click on this, which is the shortcut of the shared component. And
Oh,
this is the same shared component where we go previously. You can see here is a template,
hmm.
right? Here template. Currently we have 76 templates. So now that's the type of the template. So just like type as a type, we have seen type as interactive report, classic report, interactive grid, right? For every
Mhm.
component we have different templates. But now for let's choose any of the type, like uh, report, interactive report, for example, right? So to create a new template, mm, we need to copy one template, and then based on that we can create a new one. For example, this is basically a region, right?
Mhm.
This is region template. Currently this template, whatever the template is applied, this known as, what is its name, it is blank with attribute, I think. This is blank with attributes. Okay, now go back to the shared component. So blank with attribute, this is the current template that we are referencing. If I want to create a new template as a copy of this one, I mean, first step is we need to copy the template. Copy template. What is the new template name? Test template. Okay, that's it. And then click on the copy. It will copy the existing template. Okay. Now go back to the my report. Now templates you can see. Mm, test template is here, right? This is what we have created. Save this one and run this one. Okay. See, there is no change, but this is what I have created as a new template. Now
Hmm.
go back to the shared component. So now go back to the templates. Search the template that I have created. See, once you open the template, for example, if you want to change a color, I mean, any kind of modification you want to make,
Hmm.
you can do it here, like customize. It's all depends on the how proficient you are in the HTML. So once you scroll down, you will see this is the template, right? These are the attributes, whatever you can see it here now. So template, it's these are basically the, this is basically a div. If I mean, if you right click here and just inspect, I mean, if you are good in the HTML, this is not, I mean, most important thing, but
Yeah.
this is basically
Re-
you should know, I mean.
yeah, this is relevant. Yeah.
So this is body body tag, you can see here, you will be able to find a body tag. This is a region static ID. Static ID is something like this is region's static ID. I mean, this is region static ID is this, for example. These are the runtime IDs, and it could be changed. For example,
Okay.
this is a dev instance. If you migrate this to another application, this could be another auto-generated ID. So these are the basically tags.
Okay.
These are not static. These are automatically changed, keeps on changing. So just like PLSQL in dev, I mean, just like PLSQL, if you want to introduce new div, add to introduce new tag, new colors, like you can define the templates properties over here. Like, so that's nothing, just for your knowledge. Like,
Yeah.
and if there is something that you want to on a header, like header entry or something like that, then you can uh, take samples from Google, and then you can, like, if you are good in HTML, you can add any header entries like here or something like that.
Yeah.
But just you need to add in the form of hash, and then, for example, aman, and then hash. That's it. So, and then you have to do coding at page level or somewhere that it will be automatically. This is nothing, just for your information.
Okay. And it is better to use the Google Chrome browser for this rather than.
Yes, exactly. So that's the template. I mean, this is how you can do the customization in the templates if you want to do any kind of customization.
Okay.
Just to make UI more attractive, or any, if you want to remove these lines from this template, for example.
Yeah.
Right. So what in CSS I can do? I mean, if I will do inspect element, I will write a code for this or do something, but it could be only at this page level, right? It could be only for this page. But if I want this change on every page, right?
Across the application.
It's better to do in a template. So every time I can create a new page, I will choose the same template, then it will be automatically applied.
Got it. I mean, that's actually
For example,
a professional way of doing things.
yeah, padding, for example, I'm saying padding is, this is the thing I want. My report starts like this one, from right and left, something like. So if this is something that I can do it on this page only, but if I make this change on template somehow by adding some things, then it will be globally impacted. I mean, with the same template. But that's very, I mean, less used, or maybe, I mean, if some company needs, a more attractive UI, they have their another UI guy. I mean, most of the time, because that's the something which is used for the beautification, like.
Yeah, and consistency for branding and consistency of any set of applications within a company.
And now if we go to the inspect element, so basically once you will go to the first, this is nothing, just a doc HTML, right? This is what, this is HTML anyhow, full page is HTML. First of all, once the page is loading, why I'm this telling to you, there is a reason behind it, I will tell you later on. Firstly, HTML tag will come, and then head or header will come, and then body.
Yeah.
Right? Body part will load. Body is what? Body is something classic report, interactive report, right?
Uh-huh.
Classic report. or interactive report or whatever the regions that we are creating, this will load first of all. Then
Hmm.
what will happen? Just scroll down and you will be able to see like header, like the header will get loaded. This header part. Header means uh, we can write a code at header level as well. For example, pre-rendering process. Pre-rendering means before rendering into this page, there are few objects like we want to get it updated or refreshed, so that are not to be before header, after header, or before header region, because there are some stages where we can write. When I right click on this, I can create a process. In process I can write any PLSQL code. PLSQL code, like I want to sign, I can write any anonymous block, like declare, begin, and in that I'm saying I can write anything like p2 well, means I want to set value to in the variable p6 well.
And what are the variables available? Environmental variable, session variable. How to pass the
Yeah,
variables from one page to the other?
yeah, that I will cover.
Okay.
But so this is how I am going to create a variable. Whatever the variable, I mean, how to choose a variable in the Oracle Apex? There is a syntax for that. We need to do a bind variable, which is this one, and then name of the variable, which is p6 underscore val. But directly we cannot use this, because if I use this one and I run this page, maybe this will get an error. For example, p6 val does not exist.
Hmm.
Maybe let's
And where to look for errors on the page?
you will see here itself. I mean, there are different ways. We will talk other ways later on. But if there is any coding error or something which is inconsistent, or something which is uh, coding error, we can see on the page itself, like syntax error we can see.
Oh, okay, okay.
It is taking time. Okay, now you see error is saying unable to find item ID p6 file in the application.
Hmm.
Means
Okay.
this application item is not exist. Now
Hmm.
in the region, in the body section, in the region we can create items as well. Right click on this one. Item is nothing, just a hidden variables which is used to store the values.
Ah, okay.
It could be hidden variable, it could be a page item, it could be a uh, I will tell you, just like uh, you can see, just like
In
this type
PLSQL
now,
block, we declare a variable.
report type, we can create page item.
Hmm.
I am saying this is p6 underscore val. Now
Just like
this exists,
page value
its
is
type
something
is
we can create a variable, like we can declare a variable in PLSQL.
right,
Declaration.
right.
Hmm. Okay. I saw that you had put in bind variable. I mean, dot two dots p6.
Yeah. In the Apex,
Hmm.
we can whatever. I mean, if I need to use the Apex variables now, which are that I have created just now p6.
Hmm.
Well, we need to write it with the bind variable. Only that is the way.
Okay.
But in the PLSQL, we can write like v underscore val varchar2,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
That are the PLSQL local variable which can
Hmm.
use in the PLSQL code. But in the Apex, if something I want to store in session, then we
Hmm.
need to use
Bind
our
variable.
bind variables. Like now this is gone, error has gone. Now you can see this well.
And will that
Same
be
is
for the
well.
session or will that be for the page? I mean, in this case, the page is, say, we are creating a classic report, right? Will that P6 val be only scope of that variable will be only for this region in the body in the classic report, or if we navigate to another page,
No,
we
no, it
can.
is only for, it is limited to this page only.
Okay.
But I created under this, classic report. It means its position is under this classic report.
Okay.
That's it. If I choose its, if I change its position, region, no parent, then it will, you can see here, you can see when I choose its parent as a classic report, this
Hmm.
will green will move, is
Hmm.
move inside the classic.
Hmm.
If I say no parent, it will go, come out.
Hmm.
Now it is run this.
Hmm.
This is basically a text field. Okay, so its position is after the classic report. Scroll down, you can see. Let's suppose I want to move this before classic report. I can just drag it from here and move it to the above classic report. That's it.
Oh, okay. So then it won't be accessible within the classic report.
I mean, this is just a variable. Like
Hmm. Okay. What was the
there
purpose of
is
moving
no,
it? Does it affect the scope of the variable?
no, it will not. I mean, it is just independent from the classic report.
Ah,
There
okay.
is no link between this to this because I have not make this classic report as a parameter. This one, I mean, this is not a parameterized report, right?
Uh,
So this is just select star from EMP.
yeah, yeah,
There is no dependency with the P6 well.
yeah.
So I am just setting the value P6 well is
Hmm.
equal to 2.
Hmm.
Once the page is loading at the time of pre-rendering
Hmm.
before header, means once the header is loading before loading to the body part, this will store 2. Okay, that's it. And then we have after header. I mean, once the header is loaded, then after header process will get executed. After header process is what? Something, this is nothing, just we can write, create a process or write any PLSQL code, but that PLSQL code will run after this header part. I mean, this header part. And then we have our breadcrumbs will run and then body will run. This is a post rendering which is after regions. After region means once these regions will get fully loaded, then after region will run. Before footer means just this footer part. Before loading to footer, if we want to execute any process, then it will run. And if there is any process we want to run after footer, then that is run. Basically, Apex has two kind of processing: pre-rendering and post-rendering.
Hmm.
Pre-rendering is something which all are loading once the page is executed. This is loading, right? Page is executed and DOM objects is getting manipulated, or you can say loaded. So all before header, after footer, before footer. This is the pre-rendering.
Hmm.
Now coming to the post rendering. What is post rendering? Post rendering is something, if If I click here, third option, after submit, validation, right? Validation means something that we want to stop Apex engine to submit the page. That is validation. Processing means once the page is getting processed, then this part will run. We will see one by one examples as well. This is
Yeah.
just explanation.
Yeah.
After processing means once the processing will happen, then this part will execute it. Ajax callback is nothing, just a client side script. That's it.
Mhm.
So we have only two kind of processings in Apex kindly, pre-rendering and post-rendering. This is the most commonly question asked in the interview. What is the difference between the pre-rendering and the post-rendering?
Oh, okay.
So you can say like pre-rendering is nothing, just a once the page is loading, then header is loading. After header is loading, body part is loading, breadcrumbs are loading. These are lies under the page rendering. But once the page is getting processed, then we can do like validations after submit and processing. After processing, these are the post rendering. I mean,
And each of these steps we can add additional sub steps that we want to do.
yes.
Okay.
Okay. So now let's do one thing on the same classic report. Create one button in this classic report. Place one button. Just right click here. You can see duplicate sub-region page button. Its name is submit. So here,
How do we move or control the position or the look and feel or
yes, we can do.
no,
So page is, I mean, submit button is created.
we go to the properties of that button? Okay.
Button is created now. So now let's currently this report is just a select star from EMP employee, right? Now I want to this report as a parameterized report to this variable. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's do that one. So now this process is no longer required. I'm going to delete. Okay. So this is basically a text field. And this is classic report. So let's suppose I'm saying this is the name. Okay. And I can say I can go to this report, classic report, select star from EMP, where name is equal to this.
Okay.
It means whatever we pass into this variable, it will check into this table with this employee name, either it exists or not.
Yeah.
I hit OK, and this processing will happen once I click on the submit button, because page will get submit and then processing will execute it.
How are we making sure that submit will submit that value and then
Will tell you. What should while waiting.
that's their Oracle internal deadlocks.
Let me go to the leave this page. It's saved. Okay. Okay, now it is saying no data found. Why it is saying? Because currently it is showing as 2. Okay. I mean, but as of now for 2 there is no employee name.
Yeah.
If I can say SMIT Smith, submit.
Yeah. How did we? I mean, we created the button submit, but then what happens on submit button when it is clicked? We did not define that, did we?
Yeah, it will automatically happen. I will tell you. See,
Oh,
so this is the submit button that we create, right?
yeah.
So its behavior is submit button. Submit button means it will
Yeah.
submit the page and reload this page. That's it. That
Okay.
is its behavior.
Okay.
And once I submit this page, so technically what will happen? HTTP request has been sent to the Apex server engine, right? Once I do the submit, HTTP request has been sent in the form of session variable, which is Smith.
Yeah.
Smith, once I click on the submit, Smith will go into this variable name, right?
Yeah.
Now, how to check either the value is going or not? Just click on the session, view session state. Here you can see P6 contains SMITH, right? Its status is updated. Okay. Now I am saying SMI only. Submit. It's saying no data found. We can see what P6 is SMI. Basically, this is basically for the end users. But in backend, what is happening? If I want to see what is happening, this is our SQL query. Basically, this is happening. Ename is equal to SMI, right? Basically, it is this is changing with whatever the values that we are passing, right?
Yeah.
Let's add some beautification and then some look and feel. So now we have submit button, but see, but there is no reset button, right? Or there should be a reset button as well. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's create one more button. Create button below. Let's call it as a reset. Set. Okay. Save.
I don't know if you're saying anything. I can't hear you anything. Sahil, are you saying something?
No, I'm not saying.
Oh, you're just waiting for the page to render.
Let me reopen the page. I think it should work faster now. Okay. Let's reset.
Yeah, that's fine.
So now this is the reset button that I have created. And now you can see if I go to the submit button, there is a there is a slot you can see.
Yeah.
Slot means basically position. It is in region body next. I mean every property has changed the button position. Okay, now it is currently in the previous. Let's suppose I choose move it to next, and if I submit also. Next, reset, I move to next. Load. And then I hit save. Save. You can see position change, right? So once we change its load, it will
Where,
automatically change its position.
yeah, where
There are
do you,
different.
yeah, where do you define that when somebody clicks on reset, what happens?
Yeah, that is still, I mean, currently nothing will happen because we do not define anything.
Oh, okay, okay.
It will behave just like submit page.
Mhm.
So for example, this is submit and the reset. And now I am saying on the reset, what we want to do. We want to clear this item, right?
Ah,
Basically, which its name is P6 well, right?
mhm.
So what I will do, I will go to the processing. I will create one process, right click, create a process. Type is execution, I mean, I will choose its type as a clear session state. I want to clear my session state. Reset means basically reset. I want to clear this state, right? This is a session state. This is one of the property in Apex. Maybe it looks little bit, confusing to you, but once you will create some processes, you will go to know.
Mhm.
Now, just scroll it down. When button pressed, which button pressed, which one I need to choose?
Mhm. Yeah,
Reset, right? Because once the reset button will click, it will clear all the items on the current page, right? Item means this is one item, or if there is another item that will also consider. I save this. I now you can see. Now my requirement is if there is no employee name is selected, I want to visible. I want to see all the report. How I can do? I mean, any idea like what I need to change? That's the basic PLSQL. Like okay, like we can write or P6 well is null. Means if this is equal to P6 well, it will give us the exact result. Otherwise, it will work as it is. Introduced or this is basic PLSQL. I hit OK. I hit save. I reload the page. Save. Now you can see all the report. But reset and submit is now at last. Let's change its position from slot to the top of the region. Now you can see employee name, submit and reset. Now if I choose employee name as a Ashish, submit, I get the result as a Ashish. If I reset, I will go back to the previous state. Okay, similarly we can add multiple, like items we can introduce, or just like employee name we can introduce new item for employee number as well. Let's right click on this one, create a new page button below, name it as a P6 EMP and no, and employee number, which is again a text field. Okay, and again there is a condition, and EMP number is equal to this, or this is null. Okay, okay, save. Now there is a new item, right? Now if I choose 33, it is showing the result. If I reset, this will reset the report. Okay, any questions? Like,
It appears very easy when you're doing it. I think we'll have to do it, and then we'll have more questions.
oh yeah, sure, sure. Okay. So this is basically a, I mean, one way, like I just created as a text field, right? This one P612, which is employee name. If I want to make it as a select list, I can change its type. Like different types are available.
Okay.
Mostly, or pop-up LOB, we can choose
But if we do
pop-up
pop-up
LOB.
anyway, then we have to define the select statement for that.
Right, right. Now you can see list of values.
Hmm.
Shared component means there is a way to create a list in the shared component. If that list is created, we can use, if I want to use the select statement on multiple pages, then I can create on shared component. Otherwise, I can write static values or SQL query, or function returning SQL query. For now,
Even
we
this,
can choose it as a,
even the static values can be created on shared component that can be used across different pages.
SS, that can also write.
Yeah. Okay.
But there is a way in writing the code. I mean, we
Yeah.
have the display value and then we have the return value. For example, we are creating a LOB for the
Yeah. Yeah.
employee name, right? Select
Like
e
LO,
name
like we used
as
to
the
create LOV for forms.
return.
Hmm.
Okay. D stands for display. I mean, it will display employee name and it will return employee name. That's it.
Hmm.
Save. Okay. Run this. Now you can see this is now showing as a pop-up LOB. You can
Hmm.
choose any name, submit. Data is coming. You can reset. This is a parameterized report.
Yeah.
And if you want to move employee number just next to the employee name, and both are on same name, because see, this list is very big, right? And
Hmm.
its names are very small.
Hmm.
We can shift employee number to the upper side. Just quick edit here, scroll up, click on the employee number. There is a property called start new row. Yes, this is yes.
Hmm.
New row means, new row.
Hmm.
If I choose no, it will automatically go up and it will adjust 50-50%.
Okay.
Div value automatically. Save. It is employee name and then employee number.
Yeah.
Let's suppose I want to create one more for the salary, for example. One
Hmm.
more filter I need, or maybe I need filter of date. Create, okay, created date. Let's create another. Just like click, right click, page item below, date. Now type I can choose date filter, date picker. Here I can choose, I need to add one parameter and created date equal to this, or this is validate successful. Okay. This is on new line. Again, I am saying start new row. It will automatically go up and it will adjust div size automatically. It's still okay. It's saved now. I'm running the page. Now you can see page looks good. This is employee name, employee number, and that's the date picker. So if I choose this date 5/8/23, 5/8/23 for example, it will only this record is coming, right? I can reset this. I can choose any date. If I choose this one Jan and submit, if there is no record, no data found. But if there is a record, record will come. We can reset. We can switch between any year, I mean multiple years. You can choose a month and then we can choose a date. Okay. So that's the inbuilt date picker provided by the Apex.
Oh, that's very good, I think. Otherwise, we have to put in JavaScript code in the page, and yeah, and then there are already made pre-built codes available online to use for JavaScript. So you embed that JavaScript code into the page for picking date and so on. So here everything is already pre-baked and pre-built.
Yeah, you can customize like as
Yeah.
yeah, you can customize JavaScripts,
Mm.
CSS, anything like you can do. For example, you want to change its background, you can do it with the JavaScript or jQuery.
And
You can,
I think we already. I had thought that we'd stop today at 1:30. We already almost around 2 hours today. Um, should we, rather than information overload, should we stop here today and continue tomorrow?
yeah, yeah, sure, sure, no worries, no worries.
Yeah. By the way,
Can
where are
I
you
tell
located?
you
Yeah, yeah,
tell
yeah,
you one last thing? Like
yeah, yeah.
for example, this we can write in JavaScript 6 underscore date dot well
This is we are adding in console.
page level background. This is one way, like example.
You can add or edit to the CSS file from here.
Yeah, we can do it here as well. Like we can do it here, and then we need to add on page level. Like
Yeah, yeah,
there are different ways. Like, but I
yeah,
mean, JavaScript, like with the help of JavaScript, like if we want to change its color, like or
yeah,
customization, we
yeah.
can do it with CSS,
Hmm.
not with JavaScript.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is the one way, and this is the parameterized report that we did. There are few examples that we will check another day. I mean, maybe tomorrow. I mean, tomorrow you are available, like
Yeah, yeah. Praj, are
tomorrow
you
is
available?
Sunday.
Yeah, it's Sunday.
Okay. And I think Monday also is a holiday for us because that's Martin Luther King birthday.
Mhm.
It's a day off. I don't know if it is a day off for you.
Okay, so you can tell me, like, I mean, tomorrow is feasible, like, or not, like, or you
Yeah, yeah.
can inform.
Yeah. Tomorrow is feasible. We can even do it sooner. So otherwise, I think you probably
Yeah,
have
yeah,
to go to
tomorrow
work
we
on
can do
tomorrow.
sooner. Right.
Yeah, tomorrow you have to. On Monday, you probably have to go to work. Are you working from home or you're going to work?
No. I am working from home. Like,
No, I'm saying we can actually do it earlier in the day, so you're not up. I mean, right now in India, you are what time is it? 11:30. So we can
uh,
actually, yeah,
we can communicate over
yeah,
over WhatsApp. We
yeah, yeah,
already have group, right?
yeah.
Discuss over there.
By
But
the
yeah,
way,
tomorrow.
which city you are located in?
I mean, I am in Delhi.
So you're in Delhi, okay? Yeah, I'm from Delhi. I was there
So you
just.
are living in Delhi.
Daily. I'm living in Washington D.C. and Prachi is in Florida. Prachi is my niece, and but I was visiting Delhi. I'm from Delhi. Otherwise, I came from to US 30 years back. So um, okay, we can communicate through the WhatsApp, and then
For sure.
yeah, we can decide that. I was saying that because you probably might have to go to work on Monday morning, so we can start a little early tomorrow, which is unless this time suits you, whichever way. I'm just trying to propose an alternative, so that is more convenient for you.
Yeah, like tomorrow, like 8 p.m. IST or 8:30 would be fine,
Okay, yeah,
or
8
do you
8:30 would be fine.
IST? Okay.
IST, yes, that will be 8 8:30 would be 9:30 10 Eastern US Eastern time.
Okay, so I mean, how long duration? I mean, do you need for tomorrow? Like same like 2 hours or?
Tomorrow we can, if we start early, then we can do longer. I don't know how long you are you able to do up till the same time tomorrow. We can actually
Yeah,
then
I
do.
can do. No worries. I mean, I
Okay,
can do. I am able to expand. Yeah.
okay, then we can do 3 hours tomorrow.
Okay, no worries.
Is that okay?
Thank you. Bye bye. Have a
Yeah.
nice
In
day.
the meantime, if you can send us the link for downloading the Apex for 21 version.
Okay,
Uh,
I am again like sharing my screen. Like you can see, it is it is already there. I mean,
what's there?
Oracle Apex download 20
Oh, okay. Got it. Okay.
downloads. Here you can see
Got you.
1.2 all languages,
Okay.
English language. You can
And
see.
are there any steps that we should follow uh, for once we have the installed database on the local machine?
See, actually, I will tell you. I mean, Apex training like is something different, but whatever that you are saying, integration with the Apex, I know how to do, but that is, I mean, that is something different. I mean,
Oh, okay. I mean, I saw the video online and everything, so I can do it. That's not a problem. I was thinking maybe you might have already something handy
Because see, I frankly speaking, I did the integration in the Apex version 19 and then Apex version 23 point something.
Oh, okay,
But
okay.
I mean, for every version, I mean, it could be
Slightly
only the
different.
same steps.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it most of the time. But if you need like, you can tell me. I mean,
Okay.
but
We will
I,
do it by tomorrow, and if there are any issues, we'll share it with you.
yeah, yeah, sure, no worries.
Okay. Okay. No, sounds good. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye bye. Have a nice day.
Bye.
Okay. See you tomorrow.